We have some amazing things about to occur. Since it is May the 4th, and we are going to have conversations about everything Star Wars, I brought a very good friend of mine to come join me. He is the creator of Epic Mealtime. He is one of the most incredible video game artists played on Twitch daily, I think. But we'll have a conversation about that. So we welcome you. We want you to ask some questions on Facebook. We'll bring you into the mix. We have some prizes to give away. But before we go on, I want to welcome to the podcast, the stream, Harley Morenstein.
Yo, what's up? Thank you, by the way, for having me.
No problem. Welcome.
I'm just happy to have a place on May the 4th. You know what I mean? I'm happy to have a place, and it's right here at the virtual JCC on May the 4th. And I'm happy about that.
No one ever thought that we'd be able
to. Daddy? Oh, I thought it was my dad.
So let me tell you first and foremost before we start. We've been trying to get you on Virtual J for a long time because we feel that there's a demographic that would enjoy you. So we thank you for being here today. And my love of Star Wars, everyone knows across the J community, is quite vast. So thank you for joining.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm happy to be here.
No one ever thought this was going to happen. My marketing team came to me and said, we have to do something for Star Wars Day, May the 4th. We have to. We're all at home. We're geeking out. Let's get together. So this is it. This is what we're going to do.
I'm happy about it. It's good. It's good. It's a nice way to pay homage to Star Wars. You know, pop out on the virtual JCC a little bit. And really, we just get the excuse to nerd out a little bit. So.
And I think we'll have a good time for the next 20 minutes. I'm just going to let everyone know what's going to happen. We're going to have a little discussion right now about our love of Star Wars. I'm going to bring in a friend of mine, Melanie Patel, who has such a vast knowledge of Star Wars. And I want her to give the women's perspective of where characters are going in the Star Wars universe, because we have people like Ahsoka, Rey, who are taking over. And of course, Leia was the ultimate, hero, princess. So I wanted to bring in some loveliness from Mel. So she'll come in shortly. First question to you, my friend. Tell me the first experience, the first wow moment that you experienced with Star Wars. What made you become that lover of Star Wars?
The first time I ever experienced Star Wars, and I remember it very clearly, I was in summer camp. I was at summer camp, and I may have been 5 or 6 years old, and we had like a sleepover where you go to you stay there till 10 p.m. at night at summer camp, and one of my favorite counselors wasn't there. He was wearing a costume, and he came out in this costume, and it was a Darth Vader costume, which I had no idea what that was. So I watched this guy. He was a tall counselor. When I think about him now, I remember him being like 7 feet tall. He was just a big dude, and he came out in the Darth Vader costume. And I remember looking at the Darth Vader costume, the cape and the buttons on the front and the helmet. And shout out to this guy, because it must have cost like $10,000 in today's money with that costume. But he also had like a voice thing in there. So he sounded like Darth Vader when he spoke. So for me, my first experience was that. And I remember going home, and I kept calling him Dark Vader because he was very dark.
Same with me.
So I was like, Dark Vader this, Dark Vader that, and it was going on and on and on.
Yeah.
And so I watched the movies right from this moment where a counselor dressed like Darth Vader, and literally the only thing he said all day was, Luke, I am your father.
Yep.
So I watched the whole thing, like just waiting for Luke, I am your father, essentially. Never thought about how I never got that moment. But then again, I was a stupid 6-year-old, so what would my stupid little brain know anyways? I was just like, laser swords! Laser swords!
How many do you have? So I've seen a bunch of yours on your streams. How many swords do you have? You created a video a few weeks ago that was fantastic with your mom walking on you in the garage. You were looking for your sword and asking your mom to get the sword.
I do have. I have like a green Luke. I have a blue Anakin or Obi-Wan. I have a Kylo Ren one, a Vader.
Yep.
I have a Yoda one. Yeah, and it's I have too many. I'm a big loser.
Well, you're not a big loser. We all love toys in this podcast, which is you and I. I have a huge collection of toys. I have about, I think, 80 something Star Wars toys. I collect the Black Series quite a bit right now.
Oh yeah, I remember looking everywhere trying to find. What's his name? Baba Yaga. No, that's
I got it.
John Wick.
I got it. But this one I want to give away today, which is from A New Hope, which is
whoa, who's gonna be the lucky winner?
Luke with the medal that Chewbacca never got until Rise of Skywalker. But I have some questions at the end, and I'm hoping that people can answer within the Facebook comments, and then we'll give that away directly to them. So ask questions, put it into the comments. We'll put it on the screen if you ask some of those amazing questions.
You know what's funny though? I got a quick thing I wanted to talk about, just real quic about that medal.
It's your day, man. It's your day.
Remember, it's our day. Us, the people.
It is the people.
You know how in the Chewbacca didn't get a medal?
Yeah, and he got it in Rise of Skywalker.
I know. I wish he didn't get it later because when he didn't get it the first time, I was like, oh, what the hell? He's so cute and furry. He should get a medal. Would they not have given me a medal? And what I thought was sad ended up being pretty cool when a friend of mine who's like a mega Star Wars nerd was just like, what are you, stupid? Why would a Wookiee get a medal commemorating going into battle? That's what they do. You don't award someone for something that they don't do. He's like, the fact that you would even give a Wookiee a medal for going into battle would completely offend them and their customs. And I was like, I'm stupid. That makes sense.
One of my
and then I settled for like 5 years. I'm like, that's it. He doesn't have a medal because you don't give a Wookiee a medal. And then they give a Wookiee a medal, and I'm like, okay.
Is that canon? Is like the Wookiees can't take medals?
Sometimes people have like these awesome fan theories that I think you're like, that should be canon. But now it can't be. But it was one of those things where I could. You know James Bond, Agent 007?
I do. I'm not a huge James Bond fan, but
me neither. But you just need to know James Bond and that there's been a billion people that played him. Someone once pointed out to me that the code name 007 is not just the 007. In fact, the code name is James Bond 007. So that is an entire code name. So every James Bond throughout time has been a different person, but when they become the agent, they become James Bond 007. Which would kind of explain the different people, how they look, their different behaviors, how they're different James Bond, because they're literally, it's like a different Robin in the Batman universe. You know what I mean? But hey, guys, that's another stream for June the 7th, James Bond Day.
That was like a minute and a half on James Bond, and everyone's like, this is Star Wars. I want to ask you a question because this came up, this kind of ties into what we were just talking about. Rise of Skywalker. Was it a cop-out? Do you feel like they just tried to tie up loose ends just for the sake of tying up loose ends? Was it a kick to fans of 40 years? Was that whole trilogy that just happened? Do you think it was a little bit of a less of the fanboys and more to just peak to the abundance of viewers?
Next question. We don't have enough time. No, I'm joking. Guys, welcome to the 3-hour May the 4th special. Let's take it back to 1985.
I think you and I have very different views, but like giving
Here's what I'd say. I would say that I watched Force Awakens, and I loved Force Awakens. I was like, that was incredible. I was so excited about that. What's that?
The same as A New Hope.
Yeah, to an extent, for sure. I think like you kind of watch if like you ever miss Star Wars, you don't have much time, you could watch The Force Awakens and you're gonna get a taste of every Star Wars movie that's ever existed. But what I like about it is, and it's true, the beats were totally A New Hope. But that's like JJ's specialty, is he's like, remember when this was this?
Yeah,
it's back.
I'll tell you when Kathleen Kennedy released the trailer at Star Wars Celebration, and then Ian McDermott came out after as Emperor and said, roll it again. Like that was insane.
Yeah.
Everyone knew the Emperor was coming. And I think that was the best part of Skywalker was Emperor Palpatine. Like those scenes that he did, and even Kevin Smith said that it was like the most incredible acting. I thought it was fantastic. That was my favorite.
Yeah, I thought he was great. I just despised the fact that he was even there. Like, imagine this. You and I, okay? We're in space.
Yeah,
we're in space. We're like at a bar on Hoth or something in this galaxy.
Yep.
Okay. And I'm sitting there and you come in and I'm like, did you hear? The Emperor's back. And then you're like, what? And I'm like, Darth Sidious, he's back. And you're like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah, he came back yesterday. And then another guy walks in the bar and he goes, oh no, he's dead again. Yep. So this gigantic plan, making 1 billion Sith soldiers on his secret planet, comes back for 1, 2.
goes against the rule of 2 with Darth Bane, with 2 Sith, one master, 1 apprentice, but there's a whole auditorium of Sith.
Yeah, but
Sith
even at the end of the day, who cares? He's dead in a day. Yeah. The most powerful villain was like, I'm back.
Yeah,
and they're like, somehow he's back. It doesn't matter. He's dead.
Yeah, the conversation with Poe telling everyone was kind of,
You know what else I hated? This is what I hated.
I got to give a shout out to Jared Saltzman, our good friend. He's letting everyone know that Rise of Skywalker went live to Disney Plus today. And I do believe that episode 12 of the Clone Wars, which is the final, went live today. Don't quote me on that. But the Clone Wars is doing a fantastic job on this last season. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, like, even at the end, because we're allowed spoilers here. I think personally, and this could probably be a fundamental difference between you and I, is I love Kylo Ren. I think Kylo Ren is one of the best characters ever made in Star Wars. What? No.
You want to go do karate in the garage?
We're gonna have like finger FaceTime moments like they did in Last Jedi.
Yep.
But why did they kill him? Because someone like me, I would have been very happy with like the adventures of Rey and Kylo moving forward a little bit. I would be okay with that. But unfortunately, now it's kind of like, now that they did what they did, and I love Star Wars. Yep. That was cool. Take me somewhere. Exactly. You know how it's a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away? Let's do kind of like not that long ago in a galaxy nearby, or a galaxy really, really. Let's just get away from there.
You're on the right page. I also believe that Adam Driver had a bit of, extra star power in this and probably didn't want to play that role again, which is, I thought he was one of the best characters in the new trilogy.
Yeah.
I would have loved to see them go further. I loved Daisy Ridley as well. I thought she was fantastic as Rey, and them two together were very good. So who knows?
Well, I also see, the thing is, like, when Force Awakens happened, the reason why I love Force Awakens is there was so much hope. There was so much like what they could do and where they can go. So when I watched Finn, I was like, I love this guy's story. How many times have we ever seen a stormtrooper break the brainwash and pull the helmet off and be like, no,
who wasn't a clone?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like that. I like that he did that. And another thing that was interesting to me is, if you watch Force Awakens, and it's so easy for JJ and poor Rian Johnson, because if you give it to me and you're like, set up a cool Star Wars movie, I'm like, it's Luke and he's got 4 arms now because it's explained in the comics you didn't read, and he could do this and that. If you finish that movie, you're like, okay, weird, but where's it going? But then the next guy has to come in and they're like, what the hell? Luke has 4 arms? What am I even doing with this? Like, Rian Johnson got a script. They're like, you're writing new Star Wars. He's like, cool. He gets a script and he's like, Luke has been on an island for 40 years. Why? And he looks at JJ, and JJ's like, it was a cool setup, but you got to slam dunk it. That's like me taking a ball behind me, just tossing it and being like, yo, alley-oop. Someone alley-oop it.
Yeah.
And I love that it was set up. And then, honestly, like Last Jedi, he does moves that I thought were really interesting. He kind of like takes the setup and he's like, no.
I was not a fan of
Forget Star Wars. No,
my favorite Star Wars out of the trilogies outside of that is Rogue One. I thought Rogue One was brilliant from beginning to end. I loved the story. I loved everything about it. It was fantastic.
I really liked Rogue One a lot. And then I remembered, I was like, that movie was great. And then I remember when it came out, I sat down, I put it on, I was like, let's watch this again. And then I was like into it, and I was like, I don't want to watch it again. Let's go watch the Darth Vader part for 1 hour straight, over and over again.
That is it's
like an ultimate payoff. That is like my favorite scene in all Star Wars movies, of all Star Wars everything. I love that scene. But I also I liked Rogue One, but it was good. But like, I like Last Jedi way more than Rogue One.
So weird.
Way more. I think Rogue One's like cool, but that's like a single issue comic. I think the worst Star Wars movie by far that really hurt my feelings was Solo. Yeah, I thought Solo was so bad. And I love Last Jedi. Like, I have a high tolerance. Like, I like things. Like, it depends.
Yeah. Solo is the only one that I've only watched twice, and I will never watch it again. I'm surprised I got through the second time. I didn't.
Me too.
The only good thing about it was Chewbacca. Thought that was the good thing about it.
Yeah, I hated in Rise of Skywalker, like in Last Jedi. like I know a lot of people didn't like it, but in Last Jedi, they're like, no, Poe, I get that you took down that Star Destroyer. 15,000 people died. And it gives you a moment where you're like, damn, Luke Skywalker blew up a Death Star. How many people did he murder?
Yeah.
How many people did Luke Skywalker murder? Why? Because someone picked him up from a farm and they're like, do this. We're the good guys. And he's like, okay. And he gets into a ship and he murders millions of people. And now Last Jedi made me stop and go, damn, I've been living like a fantasy world. And then in Last Jedi, they're like, you don't get to just go and be the hero, Poe, because you're the handsome guy and the pilot. And that's not how it works. And then he gets thrown in the brig. And I was like,
they brought Poe in to be Han Solo. They brought him in to be that dynamic. Every new character that's in the new trilogy, they brought them in to represent a specific character from the original.
Poe was supposed to die in Force Awakens. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
He was supposed to die in it. He was actually not supposed to continue being a character. And as they were filming, him and JJ just kind of made the character more than he was. But I love Poe. I thought he was one of the best. I thought in Last Jedi they swerved on him, and I thought that was going to be like this was going to be a huge payoff in the Rise of Skywalker, and it wasn't. There was one moment because I remember when Poe, the actor Oscar Isaac, when he was going to do the movie, he was like, they're like, what's your character like? He's like, I can't say anything except I'm the best pilot ever. I'm the best pilot ever. And then when you watch The Force Awakens, he like blows up like 18 TIE fighters in one shot. It's such a cool scene when you pay attention to it. And then you look at Kylo Ren. You're like, wait, Kylo Ren is the grandson of Darth Vader, who was a Sith Lord, who at the peak of his Jedi game, Luke Skywalker was like, Obi-Wan, who was my dad? He was like, he said this. He goes, he was the greatest pilot. He said he was a pilot. So he's the sickest pilot. And his dad is Han Solo, who is a human that could outrun the sickest Jedi pilot in a piece of junk with his dog in the front seat. He could outrun him. This guy is the grandson of Darth Vader, the son of Han Solo. By all means, Kylo Ren is probably the sickest pilot in the game. But Oscar Isaac's character has that thing.
He was pretty crazy when doing the speed jumping in Rise of Skywalker.
But there's one scene when Kylo
J.J. Abrams does fantastic is the cinematography that he does in this, but it lost story. That's the only thing I didn't like about Rise of Skywalker.
And when Kylo came and he started blowing up the scene where he blew up Leia, that scene, Poe runs to his X-Wing and they hype it up. Like it's showing both of them. I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait to see these two. Like what's going to happen? I'd be comfortable with Poe dying there.
Yeah.
But
I got to transition because there's a question on the screen, and this leads into my next segment. If you can get a movie going deeper into any one character, who would it be? And I want to bring up a new character that is a fan favorite across, I think, the whole universe, which is Ahsoka Tano. One of my favorite characters now is Ahsoka Tano, and I love that the strong, powerful woman is leading the way moving forward with Rey and Ahsoka. Started off with Leia, and I wanted to bring in a very special friend of mine, Mel Patel, who is a fantastic canon and understanding of the Star Wars universe. Welcome, Mel. How are you?
I'm well. How are you? Thanks for having me.
This is Harley. Say hi to Harley.
Hi, how are you? Nice seeing you.
Nice to see you.
With the Star Wars universe and where it's going, it's always started off from a powerful woman with Princess Leia, and now we have someone in cartoons that everyone wrote off from the beginning of Clone Wars. Clone Wars is one of my favorite Star Wars stories. I think that if they can transition Clone Wars, the cartoon, into movies, you probably get the best storylines of all time. But we also got the best character, and I think Harley, you said you were a fan of Ahsoka Tano as well.
Yeah.
Ahsoka Tano now in the last season is fantastic. If you haven't watched Clone Wars, you're not caught up, watch it. But you know how much I love Ahsoka. You love Ahsoka. How is she going to position herself in the new future of Star Wars? Like she's going to be massive.
Yeah, well, I mean, with Rosario Dawson taking up the mantle going into Mandalorian season 2, it'll be really interesting to see how she interacts with the child and how either they form like a new kind of family unit, and go out into the galaxy and have adventures, or whether or not it's more of a quest to find her, and then there's some kind of pilgrimage or mission to fulfill the child's training.
So Harley, Mandalorian, you're caught up, and you said you loved it as well. What do you expect from what do you think Ahsoka is going to do in that? Because Rosario Dawson is playing Ahsoka. What do you expect in Mandalorian season 2?
That's actually been it's been the setup for the coolest crossover to me, because Mandalorian has become, never did I think at this time I'd be like, Star Wars makes an incredible show. Yeah. But after Clone Wars and that and some like the recent movies, I'm like, I think we as people and how vast Star Wars is, we're better off experiencing it as a show. So I'm excited about it. Where I think it goes, I don't know, but just the idea of her and here's why it's important to have a Jedi in the mix. We have a baby, whatever the hell Yoda is, and we have a Jedi in the mix now. This thing, it lifted up that little it lifted up that big mud creature. You know what I mean? It does little tricks like mind control and stuff. And so I'm glad she's there. And what kind of a better scenario is it? You have these two characters with extensive amount of history in the universe. We know so much about Yoda himself or his species, and I'm not sure if that's actually a Yoda or a clone or whatever he is, but we call
Baby Frank.
What's that?
We call him Baby Frank because it's not Yoda. It could
be
no. But a shout out to Ami Moyal and my marketing team, because we've been calling it Baby Frank for a long time.
Baby Frank, I know is I don't know, but I heard lots of theories that people say he's a clone.
Yeah,
because they have the clone insignia on their jacket, that doctor that's obsessed. But you have something like that, and it's who would be cool? It's neat to have another cloaked Jedi in the desert and be I've been here the whole time. But I like that you have someone with an extensive history.
By this time, Ahsoka and her age and where she is, she's a gray Jedi. She wields the white lightsaber.
Yeah.
At the end of Rise of Skywalker has the yellow lightsaber. Both means completely something different. The yellow lightsaber was the Guardians of the Temple, and we have the white Jedi now, the white lightsaber, which can wield both bad and good. And Mel, you said it best before we got on here, is how Ahsoka had problems with the Jedi Council and didn't see the Jedi Order as being the way it should be.
Yeah.
Deep, and I'm sorry we're geeking out hardcore, but so go ahead. We talked.
No, well, I mean, they'd lost their way, right? The Jedi had lost focus of what their true purpose was, and they had become soldiers in this war. And that's how Palpatine was able to convince the Senate that they were trying to make a play to take over the galaxy when really they had been corrupted by Palpatine, right? Which was his ultimate goal.
Exactly. And that's why I didn't like the first episodes of this season 7 of Clone Wars, where it was just Ahsoka and the two people from Coruscant, the two girls from Coruscant. I didn't understand it. And you made a good point before this. They're trying to show how she's dismayed by the Jedi Order, and the two other characters were showing how their family was destroyed by Jedi decisions. So who knows what's going to happen? I love, Harley, that you said that we need a Jedi, someone in the universe where Mandalorian's taking place, or the generation. I love Ahsoka. I love this season of Clone Wars. I hope she becomes live action in the next movie. I would love to see it. Also, we're running out of time. I got about 5 minutes. We haven't even asked questions yet. Captain Rex. Harley, are you a Captain Rex fan? Do you know much about Captain Rex?
Yeah, we're talking about the clone, right?
Yep.
The yellow boy.
Mm-hmm. No, that's Cody.
No, that's Cody.
Oh, it's Cody.
Commander Cody is Obi-Wan's. Captain Rex was Anakin. He was the bluish guy.
Blue.
Okay. Yeah.
He's one of my favorites. That is going to be cool. If they come up with a cartoon of Ahsoka and Rex, that would be fantastic.
Yeah. So you were just saying it I'm excited if she's in the next movie. Mm-hmm. I'd like for them to take the movie so far away from the actions of Han Solo or anything like that. So I like it and I think it's cool, but the next movie, it's difficult for me. I really want to step away from the whole bloodline and the impact that had on the universe. There's so much cool spiritual lore to the light side and the dark side, and lightsabers and rituals and the Sith, and we don't need to be. I mean, we've been kind of stuck in one galaxy for the most part. I'd be down to go far away from that.
I would too. We have someone from Facebook saying they wanted us to talk about BB-8 or Chewbacca, but we don't have time for that. But I do want to play this. There you go, and we can also do this. That's for you, Stacy Dunn. That's for you. Okay, I want to get into some trivia before we go, because I want to give away the special edition Black Series 100 Luke Skywalker from episode 4. Sorry, New Hope. We have him with his medal at the end. I want to give that away to someone who's going to answer questions. But first, I'm going to go to both of you, Harley and Mel. This is for you guys to answer. We'll do about 5. This is going to test your skills. You let me know. I guess raise your hand or make a sound if you want to buzz in. Okay. First question.
Whoa.
First question. What were Luke's aunts and uncle's job on Tatooine? You got it, Harley?
Moisture farmers?
Well done.
Oh, okay, good.
Well done.
I knew he was. I was like, did they do that too? I'm like, they must have made him.
Yep. Okay, question 2. This is an easy one. How many languages is C-3PO fluent in?
Oh,
Come on, guys.
I don't know the exact number.
I know. I feel like it's like
It's like
40
hundreds of thousands.
million.
Anyone out there? No. It's more than 6 million.
Oh, more than 6 million. 40 million. I guess I'm kind of maybe no.
I thought you guys would be all for this. I'm getting quite disappointed, but I'm sorry for throwing you out there. Here's an easy one, I think. What is the Wookiee's home world, and how do you pronounce it?
I know it.
Oh,
I know how to spell it.
If you watch the movie Fanboys, this was a question there. It was quite funny. I'm gonna answer.
Kashyyyk. I knew. I said I knew it. It's 3 Y's also.
All right, a couple more, and then I'm gonna ask one
It's
question.
3 Y's or 2 Y's?
Hold on, where's Yuri? Yuri, can I call you in now? You said you didn't want me to, but can I get you in here, Yuri?
Oh yeah, it's 3 Y's. Kashyyyk has 3 Y's.
There he is. I brought Yuri in. Yuri, are you okay? Can I ask some questions? You may know these ones.
Okay, go.
Okay, here we go. All right, what does AT-AT stand for?
I don't know.
All terrain attack transport.
Got it. All-terrain armored transport. Is that what you said? Close.
Yeah.
I'll give it to you.
Yeah,
I was going to go with all terrain. He just took out. Like that was pretty obvious, I think.
Okay. Here's
Wait, I got one.
Go ahead.
Be serious though.
Yeah, let's do it.
Which actor played Luke Skywalker?
Mark Hamill.
Hamill.
No, trick question. Mark Hamill and Aiden Barton. 2 people have played Luke Skywalker.
Explain.
Episode 3, The Baby.
Oh!
No,
I thought he was going to get into like the Beatles and Paul McCartney type.
no, The Baby in episode 3 is Luke Skywalker, and that actor's name is Aiden Barton. It's a fantastic piece of trivia that can get even the biggest Star Wars nerds, because I've been gotten by it before.
That's a good one. All right, here's an easy one. In the new trilogy, what was Finn's stormtrooper call number?
What? Say it again.
What was Finn's stormtrooper number?
Is it FN 827?
Say it again. No.
FN 827?
Close.
FN 287.
FN 2187.
Ah!
I know every single answer, not because I picked the questions. I thought you guys would be better at that.
Oh,
Okay. I'm gonna ask one more question, and then I'm gonna offer this up to the people in our great community. Let's see if Harley should know this. Who said this, and in what episode? I've got a bad feeling about this.
Okay. That's every single one of them, minus Force Awakens.
Even BB-8 said it.
Yeah, Force Awakens BB-8 says it.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna give one last question. This is for everyone on the J community. If you get it, you will win this.
Good luck.
100. I'm gonna ask you.
I feel like Stacy's ready. Stacy Kinnear is ready for it.
Okay, I gotta find something that people are going to know. I made these hard. I thought they were pretty easy. Hold on.
Give him a good one. Make sure it's a good one. Give him a good one, Jared.
Okay, this is. I think it's easy, but it could be hard. When Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan performed the blood test on Anakin, what was the midi-chlorian count? That's hard, isn't it?
that is hard.
Oh, no one gonna get that one?
Is it over 1 million?
No.
Jared, I think we're missing the point.
Did I fail this one?
What's Mark Hamill's phone number? What, you don't know?
FN2187.
Okay, here's the question for the J community. Who destroyed the Death Star in A New Hope? You can put it into the comments on Facebook. We'll pick the first person who got the right answer. The question is, who destroyed the Death Star in Episode 4, A New Hope? And we'll give you the Black Series 100 Luke Skywalker. I thank everyone for being here today. I think we had a lot of fun. Hopefully we can do this next year with May the 4th. So may the force be with you to everyone in the J community. I thank Harley. I thank Mel. I thank Yuri. Everyone who made this possible today. It was a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much. And we'll see you soon. Thank you.
Yeah, and it's over 20,000 midichlorian count. I just Googled it.
It is 20,000. Yeah. All right, guys. We'll see you later.